Have you ever thought about how you can create something amazing in just 10 minutes, even when it usually takes a professional motion graphics animator 8 hours? What you see here took me exactly 9 minutes and 30 seconds to create. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how I did it using 2 different techniques. We're going to check out 2 totally different methods using different video generation models on this platform called Freebeat. It's not free, but when you see the results, you'll totally get why it's worth the investment. After you watch the video and are interested, I've got a special Freebeat discount that works with a link in the description. Now, before we start, it's not for complete beginners, but you don't need to be an expert either. If you follow this tutorial step by step, you'll be able to create animations that look like they were made by a professional studio. Alright, let's dive in. First, we head over to the Freebeat website. The best thing about this platform is how easy it is to make music videos with just one click. That's how they market themselves. They've also got other tools, as we can see here. You can also make video effects or videos based on a song, just like you can with video generation. If we go to the video generation section, we'll see that they have different models like Runway, Google VO2, Google VO3, Kling, Hilo, and Pixverse, among others, and a bunch more tools that you'll be able to use to create content. You can also do lip syncing, create songs using Suno, and more. As I mentioned before, it's not free, but they give you credit so you can try it out. This platform with its video generation models and all the tools it offers is one of the most affordable options out there today. It's definitely worth the money, especially considering the things you can create with it. But if you're looking for a free option, you can watch this other video using completely free and online tools. Just click here. First, we need to log in. I've already registered with my Gmail account, and that's where the dashboard comes in. We're going to go straight to the video generation option. It's in the menu section on the left. There's a function here called Transition Video. Check out these examples. We've got some really fluid rotations, morphing that looks like something out of a movie, and transitions that literally change from one scene to another as if by magic. And it's super simple to use. Here's where we put our initial frame, and in this other box, we upload our final frame. And the AI does the rest, making sure the transition between these 2 points is seamless. First, we'll need to prepare our sequence. For this example, we're going to use Canva to show you the whole process. You can use any design tool to create frames that fit a horizontal video format. In this case, I've got my channel logo called Trafficant3. I've already got these prepared versions using different elements like the background, the logo itself, and our tagline or slogan. Now, we're going to make a series of intermediate frames or squares. That'll be the steps of our animation. It's like if you were working on a movie storyboard. One has a completely empty space with a background color and a purple and blue gradient. Then, let's make the background move or animate it a little. In this example, I'm going to slightly change the size of the background so it looks like there's movement between frames. These small details make a huge difference in the final result. Then, in the next frame, have T3 appear in outlines and finally have the complete logo with everything assembled, including the background, text, and the slogan or tagline. In this case, it's technology, trends, and tutorials. Well, it depends on what you want to show. Something super important that I want you to understand is that the sequence shouldn't have many drastic changes between frame and frame. The steps you use within each sequence have to be gradual. And also the letter fill is super key in this process. This is a super basic animation in terms of setup, but the results we're going to get are going to be absolutely incredible. Now we're going to export these 5 slides that will be our animation steps. We click download here in the upper right part, and we configure it to export from slide 1 to 5 in my case. Because in this document I have more than 200 slides. We're not going to export all of them, just these 5 slides. You can also select it manually if you want, but it's faster to do it this way. This will download a compressed zip file that contains all our 5 steps perfectly organized. First, we decompress the file we downloaded in the same folder to have everything organized. We save it, and we're ready to continue with our animation. We return to Freebeat to the video transitions section, as we saw before. And here we're going to tell it, start with this frame or the frame where there are no logos, just the background or color. And in the second, our first logo with the outline of T3. This is going to be our starting point. And from here, it will transform to our first part of the animation. Usually, these logo animations don't last more than 10 seconds. So, what we're going to do here is several animations using the different steps of the sequence to then join them and create an animation of no more than 10 seconds. In some cases, we'll probably have to increase the speed so it flows better. That's why we adjust it later in post-production. For this example, I'm going to use the Luma Ray 2 model, which is supposed to be one of the best at the moment I'm doing this video. We can also use these other available models, but each one consumes different amounts of credits depending on their quality and speed. Now comes the part where we write our prompt. And this is crucial to get the best results. We tell it to make a logo animation of the letter T and have it appear slowly. But here is where we can get more creative. We're going to add that it looks like it's burning with lasers, and that it has particles flying everywhere. You can use ChatGPT to write these more elaborate prompts. And believe me, it works much better when they're more descriptive. The more details you give about the atmosphere, lighting and effects you want, the better the results will be. Here, we give it 5 seconds and hit generate. In this first case, I'm not going to cut much of that process, so you can see the real waiting times. This is important because it ensures you know exactly what to expect when you do it yourself. We got our first result in about 2 minutes. We hit play here. It created the flashes we asked for and the particles you see in the background. But there is something weird here. It made some letters appear at the bottom. In this case, the model didn't recognize that the T and the 3 are united elements, but interpreted them as separate elements. But honestly, that makes it more dynamic. This result is already pretty good as a reference for what we can achieve. Like I mentioned, we could start with this frame and finish up with the whole logo. Alright, let's move on to creating our second transition. Let's start with this image where we already have the basic T3 logo and end with this other one where the logo is already complete. For the second transition, I'm going to add laser effects, but I'm not going to write as much this time. We put laser effects inside the letters. And we're good to go. Here we already have our second result. This example is way better than the last one. We can see how it has this super smooth gradient style inside the logo, which looks absolutely cinematic. In this case, it works perfectly with just the 2 transitions we'd already made. It also generated these flashes that appear inside the logo. The model totally gets what we're looking for. This type of morphing or deformation works really well for this application. Now, let's keep working on making our animation better by creating more transitions. For the next step, we're going to try this other model to see how it goes. This model is called VIDU. To be honest, I'm not sure who made it, but it's got some pretty cool features. As you can see, it lets us make longer videos, up to 8 seconds, which is better than the other one, which only lets you record 5 seconds. We can also use larger resolutions up to 1080p. We put our prompt in and mention that it's for motion graphics or professional graphic effects. And there you have it. This model, I think, is even better than using the Luma model. The good thing about this VIDU model is that we can make it bigger and higher resolution. This change is really smooth and natural. For the last step of our animation, we're going to use the logo with the descriptive letters below or our tagline at the bottom. Let's use the same VIDU model as we are happy with the results. We set it to 4 seconds, keep the resolution at 720 to save on credits, and include motion graphics in the prompt to maintain that professional look. Well, here we are, and this is the final result. Well, it's not quite as amazing as I'd hoped. Here's the issue: it's something really common when we work with AI. It's really hard to keep things consistent, especially with colors. Here, it's using random colors that don't match our original brand guidelines. In this case, this part probably wouldn't work for us, because it changes the color palette too much. But don't worry, this is how we learn from AI. We can solve this by being more specific with our prompt. We're going to regenerate this part, but this time we'll be more specific. Select the VIDU model. We upload our sequence and set the parameters to 4 seconds and a resolution of 720. Here in the prompt, we're going with more detail and tell you to make the flashes purple and blue. Much better. Now, to finish this first method, we're going to join these 3 parts in post-production. I'm going to use DaVinci Resolve in this case, but you can join them using CapCut, which is a free program you can download from the internet. Or you can even do it on your phone using free software to join all the videos we've already made. For the second method, we're also going to use the tools that Freebeat provides. To do that, go to the Edit Images option on the left. We're going to use one of our existing logos to create an image here. For now, we're going to use this image with the T3. Here, we upload our image, and then it'll generate another image using the first one as a reference. It's like doing image to image, so to speak. Here we will write our prompt. We will write a T3 logo with a futuristic city, circuits, and cables. We pick the model that we want to create our image with. I'd suggest using Flux Context in this case because, first, it doesn't change the resolution like GPT-4 does. It's set to some weird formats like 4:3 by default. With Flux Context Pro, we can generate the resolution we want, and we generate it. Alright, so here's the result. As you can see, it did an excellent job. It created this kind of volume in the font, which is a detail I didn't expect, but it looks pretty good. It's a bit more complex than the previous results. We're gonna do the same procedure. Let's head over to the transition section. It's similar to what we did in the last method. We just uploaded the image we'd already created on the Freebeat platform. We upload our image, which is this one with the circuits, to the site, and start it like this, ending with the logo already formed in white, in this case. We give it the same prompt and sequence here, motion graphics. Let's just call it 3D because since it has this kind of volume, the image we generated in Freebeat created this kind of volume inside the T and the 3. We're also going to tell it to have a 3D style, and we hit generate. Alright, let's take a look at our result. Let's take a look. The transition is really trippy. It's got that 3D effect we mentioned in the prompt. It's like the city, as we can see in the background, has this city in a larger version. You can see it rising up as if it's coming right at us. This result is really good. We're all set, so we'll save this one. Let's try another sequence starting from this frame. We're going to do the same procedure using image editing. So here's where we'll upload the finished logo. We're going to create the image of our logo with the tagline, including the slogan and background, but it's based on the same idea of a futuristic city with all the circuits and cables. We're going with the 16:9 resolution Flux Context model, just like before. That only gives us one result in the end, and we upload our reference image. And here's where we make it. We're all set. Here's our result. It's great. Now we're going to use the transition video option again to make this video. Alright, let's jump into the transition video and upload the same prompt. We are going to use the image we previously created as start frame, and in the last frame we upload the image we just create. We're going to use the same prompt as before. Let's make it longer, like 8 seconds. And here in the prompt we write 3D style, futuristic city, circuits and purple and blue lights. Well, and here we already have our result. Wow, it looks super trippy. I'm thrilled with the outcome. The resolution could be better, but we gave it more time in the final video, so it's at 720. You can still get a good idea of what we can do with AI. And trust me, if you are going to do that manually in After Effects or any other professional motion graphics program, it would take you hours, if not days, to get the same results. And that's not even counting the time we'd have to put into learning all these techniques. Something else to think about is that with traditional motion graphics animations, you have way more control over each part. You can control the color of the lights, the timing of each effect, and the position of each particle. Unlike with AI, we depend on what the model decides to do. We don't have total control over all the graphic elements. They like the specific colors of the lights, but the end result is fluid and professional. I'd like to thank Freebeat for giving me credits and allowing me to use this tool. As I mentioned at the start of this video, if you're interested in getting more credits and using this tool more regularly, I've got a discount link in the video's description. That's all for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so you can get notifications for new videos. And remember, the AI we're seeing today is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. See you next time. Bye-bye.